Welcome back to Lou's Beauty Corner. This is your girl Lou, and this will be a get ready with me. And I got a lot to talk to you guys about, so let's get into it. First off, I'm gonna use my Aveeno skin drops for my face. As you can tell, I'm all broke out with my eczema on my face currently, which means that my pigmentation is breaking up, and because of the psoriasis I have, my eyebrows have thinned out again. Basically, my psoriasis usually appears in my head, on my scalp, and on my face. And whenever my psoriasis kicks up, I try to limit the amount of times I am washing my hair, and I try to scratch the flakes free and grease my scalp as much as possible to get my skin and my head together. I didn't lose any hair around my hairline this time. However, I did lose a lot of eyebrow, which is not a big deal. It's kind of what my skin does when I'm stressed out. So, boom. Let's get into the conversation this morning. So, I've been MIA from here on YouTube for about, I'll say on and off since May. And reason being is since May, I have been, really March, I've been doing more for my job. And then in September, the more turned into more. And so, just made it so I don't have other time on my personal time to do much. Pretty soon, I will have time on my personal time to do some things. So, that's that. Okay, so I gotta do my hair. So let's get into the conversation that I wanted to get into you guys with. So I bought 3 wigs from AliExpress. One was a kinky straight, and one was a U-part curly wig, and one was a U-part straight wig, and then I bought a headband wig. I definitely will say the U-part wigs, they're nice, but it's too much that I require, too much hair that has to be left out that is required for me to really feel comfortable wearing them, because the goal is to try to grow my hair out healthy. So just not gonna be wearing those. So plan is to get my hair in and just leave it. The headband wig I wore, I told you guys, I was really digging on the headband wig. And currently, I'm contemplating saving up some money and buying 3 more headband wigs, maybe 4. And just going to a headband only wearing wig kind of situation. Just because I feel like it made it so that my hair had a chance to grow and not to be damaged. I have very little anything wrong with my hair currently. I don't even really have any split ends. So I'm just going to keep allowing it to grow. I definitely do not plan on, other than blow drying on the day I wash, just to get it stretched so that I can braid it. I do not plan on doing very much with my hair, just keeping it braided down and putting on a wig. Now, the headband wig I had purchased has become really my favorite wig. Like, if I took away all my hair extensions, my ponytails, braiding hair, wigs, other wigs in my room, I would definitely just wear said headband wig every day and be happy. So that is where I'm at with that. Then the next thing that's going on with me is that I have been able to not have my nails done for a few weeks now. I think I stopped getting my nails done in September. So I'm just trying to embrace as much of allowing my skin and my hair to breathe as possible. I think the last time I got my nails done before my trip to California, I was noticing that the tops and the tips of my finger were itching, and I tend to have allergies to things, even if I've done them before. And I just kind of got to a point of like trying to see if it's an allergy that's developing or if it's just me being a hypochondriac or whatever. So that's just why I don't have my nails done currently, which is actually making it so I can braid my own hair a lot better. I'm not trying to give perfect parts or any of that, because what I've learned about my hair is the width from here to here and the mid and then base, I would always end up having like an odd number of braids or some that don't go all the way down. I definitely am. Goal would be to find somebody to braid my hair down for me, keep my hair braided down, and you know, like get my hair braided down once a month, wash it, deep condition it, and braid it back down, and just grease my scalp in between and keep it greased, and do that for about 6 or 7 months. Take it down, wash it, get my ends trimmed, and then go right back into the same thing, because I feel like when I have my hair down, one, I get tired of combing it. Two, I don't really want to put too much product in it because of me having eczema and psoriasis. I try to just let grease and water be my go-to. Leave-in conditioner, I still like the Tea Tree leave-in conditioner, Black Boom Magic. It's an amazing conditioner. Then the next thing is I've decided I'm no longer going to carry a purse. I just am starting to get to a point where I want to be on my way to like minimalism. So like cleaning out this room, I'm definitely going to clean out my room. It's a lot of work that needs to be done around this room, and I definitely need to go through my clothing. I haven't washed all my clothes, and it's not because Ricky washes my clothes quite often for me, but I haven't washed all my clothes because I wanted to see, like, if I didn't wash my clothes, what would I wear and what don't I wear? Everything I haven't worn that is my closet, that is of the pants nature. As of my next off day, I will be just taking and throwing away, or taking to Goodwill or whatever, because I'm not going to wear it. Like, it's been a month. It's just not going to happen. So the best thing for me to do is to face reality and put those things in the garbage and get rid of them, so that they're not just stacking up in my room and holding space that doesn't need to be held, especially because most of the times certain parts of my clothing don't fit me in a desirable manner. Like for me, if I had a chance or choice, certain parts of my clothing just I don't wear them like I will wear other things. I do have to get some black red dye because my favorite pants are currently, I spilled bleach on them doing somebody's hair one day, and so I need to re-dye them. And I plan on putting hot water on the spot and putting the color on them, and then going back over and boiling them and putting more dye. So I'm gonna get like 3 things of dye, because I figure one pair of my pants at my height, especially high quality pants, are gonna weigh more than 1 pound, and the red dye says that it's only enough for 1 pound. So take that with the information which you can. Then the next thing that's going on is I am planning yet another trip to Las Vegas in February. If everything's okay enough for us to travel in February, we plan on going to Vegas for a week, Ricky and I, just the 2 of us, which is going to be exciting. Our last couple of trips have been with my youngest daughter, which is really cool because she's the baby and we enjoy having her with us. However, it'd be nice to have some alone time, so that is our plan. We do not, because we usually take Fuzzy on our vacations, we are going to leave her home with my daughter, just because, you know, like, you don't want to be in Vegas and having to figure out where you're going to take your dog to go potty, and, you know, taking her everywhere makes it so you can't go pretty much anywhere. You know, like you can't go to buffets. You can't, you know, so that's that. Then the next thing that's going on is, okay, so my channel is about to change content. And the reason why my channel is going to be changing content is because I feel like there's a lot of false information out there on different hair textures and types. I feel like a lot of people have who are in the natural community or relaxed community or in different hair communities don't give you all the information that's tied to certain things, like why does your hair grow better when you use aloe or this, that, and the other thing. So I am going to explain to you why certain things work for certain peoples and don't work for others, just because I feel like if you have the information and you're giving how and how long or why certain things like work, it would work really good. I believe there was a guy who had a channel at one time. His channel was African Hair Guy, and he was a stylist. And he was saying, because he was doing that steaming, that the steaming broke his hair off. And basically, you can overhydrate your hair and make it brittle, just like you can overprocess your hair. So I feel like it needs to be more information given on all these different techniques that in more recent times that have been published. I do not feel like, and I'm a licensed hairdresser, so I'm going to say this. I don't feel like every hairdresser is the best hairdresser in the world or is giving out all the information that goes with stuff. And I feel like as somebody who has worked with all types of hair, I work in a multicultural salon, and with me working at a multicultural salon, I literally touch and do all different types of hair. Little known fact, Asian hair is the coarsest texture of hair. And when I say Asian, I'm talking about anybody from India all the way over to any other parts of Asia. Their hair is the coarsest types of hair. African American hair or African hair or anybody of the that whole section of hair is usually the softest hair, and hence why you have a lot of times people having problems with length retention. I feel like if people with 4C hair got themselves in a hair regimen and figured out their porosity sooner than hair texture, you would be able to retain length better than somebody who is trying to because the problem is moisture with curly hair. It's moisture. It's not softness, it's the moisture. Like, I feel like my hair is too soft sometimes, so every once in a while I'll have to go in and like basically do a protein treatment, but I don't do the same kinds of proteins as I've seen other people do. So I'm going to be sharing different proteins that you could try and how to know if it's going to work for you. I always say do a patch or sham test on anything new and wait at least a week before committing to anything new. Okay, so I have my hair together, and I'm basically going to be wearing a headband wig. This is the edge control I am using. It's by Softies. I got it from Dollar Tree, and I'll be honest with you, it does not hold all day. However, what it does do is it does not cause any undue buildup, and it does not, over days of not washing your hair, get a white cast. And that is the reason why I enjoy it. Okay, so let's get our wig. This is our headband wig that we got back in August from AliExpress. So let's talk about the updates on this wig. I purchased, and I'll be honest, I can't remember the vendor that I purchased from, but I know I shared it. One thing I could say is I've had to refix the headband that was in here. I definitely plan on buying, because they sell the headbands to make headband wings. I do plan on buying one of those headbands just so that I can reattach, because I feel like this, because of the fabric they chose, which is a good fabric, it's not going to pull out your hair. Because of the fabric they chose, I feel like the wig itself, the headband part, has lost its elasticity, and on top of that, it pulls away from the wig itself at some point and became a little bit less workable. Is that the nice way to put it? Yeah, less workable. So I am definitely going to be looking into doing that coming into the new year. Like I said, I plan on purchasing other headband wigs and just really going into just wearing headband wigs. I know that my edges are very easy to snap, so headband wigs for me are an easy choice. Okay. And all I did is wet this wig. At some point, I did condition this wig with Redken's Extreme. And the reason why I did Redken's Extreme is because I felt, and I did trim this wig because I felt like the wig came with a lot of split ends. I was reading, somebody was saying that a lot of the wigs on AliExpress, Amazon, or whatever are not as good as the higher quality wigs you can buy from some wig companies, because those hairs come from Asia and they may not be sourced in the best way, or it's just scrap hair. I feel like if you take care of all of these wigs, they will all look good. So I just go through and pick the ends and okay. I've been using a curly Argan Aloe sulfate-free conditioner from Herbal Essences, and the shampoo from Herbal Essences for keeping this wig manageable. And y'all see, it's almost gone. I just use a little bit and run it through the ends when I'm wearing it, and then every day all I have to do is re-wet it, and it keeps the curls looking nice. And that's how much shedding I got today. Again, I've had this wig since August. Okay, let's get into my makeup. So let's talk about makeup products that I have ran through this year. I have used, so far this year, 26 different types of pencil for my eyebrows. Currently, my favorite eyebrow pencils, or the favorite thing for me to use, is the makeup markers, if I have one. I'm waiting on an order to come from Shop Miss A, because they have some of the best, I found, on a budget makeup markers or eyeliner marker type things, and I plan on purchasing some more. I like the dark brown and black. I still don't got my eyebrow game together. I'm still working on my eyebrow situation. But you see how I look with the eyebrow? No eyebrow. Eyebrow? No eyebrow. So that's where I have been with my eyebrows. And I can honestly say that I have truly started enjoying less makeup. So I haven't been wearing foundation as much. I've been using my foundation as a concealer and just powdering my whole face. As you've seen, I put both of those things on my face. One was hydrocortisone, and the other one, honey, these things could never be twins. The other one was the Aveeno what is this? The Infused Drops, Maximum Glow Infused Drops. And the Infused Drops help, after I wash my face, before I put it on the hydrocortisone, not allow my skin to feel like it's burning when I put on my hydrocortisone. And if you have eczema, you know what I'm talking about with that burning. Sometimes you put stuff on, and even if it's just your medication and everything burns or feels like it's burning your skin, and that means you have something open, and those infusion drops help. Now, I'm not saying that these eyebrows are the best. I'm just saying they're on here. Now, we're about to clean them up. And I'm sorry that this video is so long, but I figure I haven't been here for a long time, and so you guys probably want a full get ready with me and us to have a real conversation. So, this video, along with it being a full conversation with my hair and everything, is going to be you seeing where I'm at with certain products. So, I ordered some more makeup brushes from Shop Miss A as well, because the brushes I got from Shop Miss A by far have been my favorite, as well as, this is the brush, as well as they have the right shaping for, to me, my face. I have, because of my eyebrow situation, I have a large eyelid space, and when I am building a look, it just helps speed up the process. At one point, and I still feel the same way, Wet n Wild brushes were some of my favorites. I did enjoy some brushes I've gotten off the internet over time. However, I feel like with like anything else, more people who shop on websites, the more the prices go up. And so since that has happened over time, I have had issues with finding certain brushes again. And I've never really been a big, like, oh, let me take somebody else's word for it. I think Nona, I took her word on some things. Fumi da Salavo, I have taken her advice on the Juvia's Place products. However, I liked Juvia's Place before, and I had only tried one thing. And so, like, just her saying, oh, they're pigmented. And I know she's a few shades darker than me, so if it shows up on her, it definitely will show up on me. And that's always my issue, is where it shows up. Definitely a new goal for me is to use up all my foundations and concealers next year, and then go into going somewhere, getting a shade match, and getting a perfect shade match. I suffer from melasma and hyperpigmentation, and with me suffering from melasma and hyperpigmentation, I have a desire to find the perfect shade for me foundation. I felt like this was the perfect shade, but sometimes it comes off a little orangey or red. This is the Becca foundation in the color, I'm getting old. I cannot see that. See, this is my problem. I think this was Mocha, but I'm definitely going to find out what store, because I got, if you guys don't remember, I got this from TJ Maxx, but I'm definitely going to find out what store sells Becca's products and go to Becca only for the foundation, because this foundation, even when I'm having issues with my skin, has not caused any issues. See how this one comes down? I want this one to come down, so this is why I like the markers more than I like anything else, because the markers to me make it so when I have this issue, it's easier to fix. This one has better arch, but they sisters, not twins. Or are they on my face today? Funniest thing happened. I went to work the other day with no eyebrows. None. I got up, got dressed. I was feeling kind of happy about my hair, everything else. Girl, I get on the freeway, look in the rear view mirror, and girl, I ain't got no eyebrows. Okay, I got it. So, been working on that. I have not, and I'll be honest with you guys, I have not been able to say that I am done with YouTube. I still want to make my content. I just haven't had as much time as I would like. However, I plan on coming back with my new content in the new year and really starting it on this next coming Monday, just so that I can have an opportunity to kind of share it from somebody's that's in the industry's point of view, especially somebody who, like, I pride myself in being more than just a hairdresser. I try to educate my clientele on what works for them and how to build a safe hair regimen so that they're not constantly buying new products, and you just build yourself a hair routine. And when your products feel like they're not working for you as well as you feel like they should, I feel like you need to use an ACV rinse and do a reset. So That's what I teach my customers, because I feel like a lot of times you go to salons and everybody tells you to use this or that, or don't use this or that. I remember when people were saying, don't use grease. And I'm like, why wouldn't I use grease? And a lot of people say, oh, it's going to clog your pores. Grease does not clog your pores. However, it does make your hair waxy and oily. And if you do not like oily or waxy hair, it will not be working for you. However, those of you who don't mind that, that would not bother. That is as good as it's going to get today with these eyebrows. Okay, so I am still using the Rimmel London foundation as a concealer for my eyes, because the foundation was a little too light for my skin, and being that it was a little too light for my skin, I've been using it as a concealer. And I feel like as a concealer, especially to build an eye look, it's really good. So this is what it is. So I'm about to show you guys how come I'm able to keep making projects work. So I always try to create a neutral slash easy look to build with colors that I'm not comfortable with. So this orangey brown right here, and it doesn't look like I've been using it, but I have, is what I go in with as a transition shade. And it's more on the yellowier side to me when I look at it, but this palette right here is by Kara Beauty. It is the Starry Eyed palette. It is the closest palette I've found since I panned it's my Ray Ray original palette that I could find to that with almost the same color story. I definitely wish I had not panned my palette without looking for a backup, because that by far to this day, and it was a BH Cosmetics palette, the color story for me would have worked. If I could get multiples of those, I would feel comfortable. I don't say this very often, getting rid of my whole makeup collection and only keeping that palette, a foundation, a concealer, and the next color I'm using. That one was on the mauve, and this one is espresso. It's a brown. It's right here. I like the size of the mirror that's in here. I appreciate the fact that it has a mirror in it. I definitely am planning on going Kara Beauty's website in this next year and repurchasing this one and getting the other little booklets like this, because I feel like these are the perfect palettes to take on a vacation, on a trip. It would be perfect for your college girl or your businesswoman who is just trying to zhuzh up their look. And honey, I'm just trying to zhuzh up my look. I'm not trying to overdo it today. This is just and I guess I've gotten good at playing up my eye shape. I remember when I used to have a hard time with my eye shape, and now I have gotten to a point where I enjoy playing up my eye shape. Now, last shade in here is the black, and the black is in Twilight. And I'm just gonna use that out here. And just barely bring it up, see? And this brush was a brush I got from BoxyCharms. I definitely plan on eventually getting another BoxyCharm and Ipsy. There's a eyelash company and they have a box as well. I plan on doing that next year. I want to go back to getting beauty boxes, but I want to get like 3 or 4, and I want to try to get their lower price boxes and just see what they are. See, when you look at me forward, my eyes look great. Okay, now this is my Tiny Pans Project Pan palette. This is all I have left. This is the month of December. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I definitely do not plan on doing any panning next year. If I do a project pan, it's only gonna be one. My A to Z project pan, I finished all the products that was in my A to Z project pan very early in the year, and I really enjoyed finishing them. My Skin is In project pan, I always can roll stuff in, and I had a lot of backup skincare items that I needed to use up. And so I have been doing those. I definitely am planning on, for surely, only using Aveeno as far as skincare and hydrocortisone because of my skin issues. However, I think it was, and it's on TikTok. It was a company that has another product line that they say corrects hyperpigmentation and helps with getting rid of some of these uneven skin tones. I plan on purchasing one set of their stuff and using it until finished to see if it really does do that. Okay. I definitely need to do a deep clean in my room. I'm not even gonna lie to this. Okay. Now we're just gonna use my foundation as a concealer. I find that I do better with brushes than I do with sponges. Sponges to me help with the brush situation, but it works a lot better for me using brushes and then going back over with the sponge. I'm not gonna say that I'm the best at doing makeup. However, I've done quite a few people's faces for fashion shows as well as for weddings or photo shoots, and I'm really good at making a face look more natural-y than overly done. And due to this hyperpigmentation, see, all I'm doing is just bringing the light back into the center of my face. And okay. I'm still using the facial mist from the Dollar Tree. I definitely can say Nona is the one who turned me on to that, and I have not looked back. I have not purchased anything else but that since then. Now, Shop Miss A banana powder. I just set my concealer. I do not bake. I didn't do good with baking because I feel like I don't like putting my face on before I put on my eyeshadow. I like to put on my eyeshadow first. I tried it a couple times, and yes, it would be easier. Okay, and I'm still using a Muses face powder in number 3. This is a brush I had got from Forever 21. Oh God, some years ago. I've had this brush since before me and Ricky got married. Yeah, if it's not broke, don't try to get rid of it. It just goes around my face, and all I'm doing is going in the areas that I did not and blending in the 2 areas. See? And I just use my hyperpigmentation as my natural contour so that I'm not having to do any color correcting or any of that. I just use it. A lot of people think I do a lot of contouring, and I do not. Now, the contour I have been using is also a Shop Miss A powder, and this one is in Cafe, and I've been using this brush and only this brush with this product, so all I do is go in and contour my nose. Spray my face so it's not too hot. Okay, so the blush of the year for me has been a Clean Color blush, and it's this orangey one. Like, it looks pink on me. One of my coworkers said she was wondering what kind of blush I use, and this one is like a melon color. Then the highlight I'm trying to finish is by Anastasia. It's from the Glue Kit, and this one's Sun Dipped. I definitely would repurchase this, and the color I'm using is Thermal. It's this one here, and I had to repress her because we got so close to the end. And the lippy of this week is one by Hard Candy. And then I'll pop on some lashes and that'll be my look. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the link below. Sorry that this video is so fast. Just fast forward to the part you like. And I'll see you guys next time in Lou's Beauty Corner.